What is going on, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. I'm back on the CTE today, playing the second of the two new maps that will be featured for this special Air Assault game mode coming out in our Apocalypse DLC. The map I'm on today is called Razor's Edge, and it takes place in the Alps, so we have some nice mountain range gameplay, which I think is a pretty cool contrast from the map I was on yesterday, which was called London Calling, and it's of course above London City. So this nice contrast between urban and rural environments, I think it's a pretty good call from that perspective. Now it is a pure dogfighting mode on this map specifically right now in the testing environment. So it is just single-seater attack airplanes. So everyone has that choice of the single-seater attack airplane to go at each other. So there's no behemoths, no airships, no bombers, just pilots going up against each other, seeing who comes out on top. So very interesting stuff Dice Gut's going on here, and still a lot of conversation amongst a lot of people about this new mode. I'm still leaning on the side of I like having this on Battlefield right now, as the pilot class is my least played class, and I was kind of always thinking that's the kind of class I want to eventually get to. So it's kind of very timely for me right now to have this out. Of course, that's just my opinion on this, and I do understand as the community as a whole, people may have different viewpoints on it, which of course I'm always open-minded to listening to. For the most part, I guess I just really stand on the fact that DICE usually gives us 4 maps in their DLCs. So they kind of took out one of those maps as of right now, where we would have 3 maps that are the normal Battlefield 1 infantry, tank, airplane type of rock, paper, scissors battles, and gave us 2 extra maps that would just be pure, airplane battles, which I think, being the history of Battlefield 1, where we have maps already that are pure infantry maps, we have maps now that are lean heavily on naval battles. I mean, unless people really want more, maps that lean more on tank battles, which some would argue is already in the game, we really don't have anything like this right now. So that's why I lean on having this in the game right now. I do agree that there needs to be some changes. I made mention of this on the last map, that I would have liked to see more gameplay closer to the ground, where the ground was more in play, because as of right now, you don't have that option on London Calling. You'll just get the timeout countdown that will show up saying you need to get 10 more seconds to get back, or whatever, how many seconds it takes to get back into the game, the playing field. So don't have that option on London Calling. It's nice to see it on the Razor's Edge that I'm playing on right now, but it would be also nice to see a little bit more obstacles on the map. So I made mention this again in the last video. That would be nice to see some observation balloons on the map to give people maybe a chance to weave around, and more just more problems for people if they want to show more of their skill. People could more crash on the map. As well, though, I am kind of thinking that at worst case scenario, I mean, I guess on this map, since it is already close to the ground and the ground does have a big play on the map, that if you did just leave the observation balloons off this map, so there was just pure, dogfighting on the map, you could do that, and then on London Calling, put more of the balloons on there. I think a good amount, actually, just to give it more, cover, and another kind of different play on the map. Because as of right now, if both the maps are really open, I mean, it's really not much of anything they have. It's not, there's no really difference. It looks different, but the playstyle isn't really that different. I mean, that is given that London Calling does have different airplanes on those maps that you can use, and you have the behemoths that are on there, you have the zeppelins, and you can even use airships. But I think even then, the maps are still basically the exact same playing field as you're playing in the sky. So, I mean, even though it looks different, it's really not that different. So I think there needs to be some type of obstacles that need to eventually come up in the sky more than what we have right now. And I think that's going to be a very big thing. Again, I would like to hear more what you guys think. I was already looking to some people bringing up suggestions on the CTE's Reddit page, where some people were even saying that there should be a limit on how many attack planes that there should be on the map, so people have more variety of battles that will be taking place. Of course, everyone's going to lean on the attack airplanes, because obviously they're going to be the primary dogfighting plane, but I think it would cause people to have to switch things up if they're forced to say, okay, all the attack planes are used up, I got to jump in to the bomber and hopefully get someone jumps in, maybe my gunner can help me out, or this will mix it up a little bit, and that might be more of an option on London Calling for them to do something like that. I still would like to lean a little bit more on maybe one map where it is just pure more dogfighting, so it does allow that maximize of just the pilot's skills to be open there. But again, I'm open-minded to what happens here. I think really I'll be pleased no matter what they do, as I'm so early on to being a pilot. So that's why I'm kind of looking for people who do play a lot of the pilot class to feel free to comment down below what you feel about this and what you think would be a good mode and what the map should be like in regards to just having something that's pure dogfighting and then something more objective based on another map where you'd have to defend the Zeppelin, or if there should be more cover on that map for those modes, or should it be more cover on the map for maybe just the more dogfighting modes. Again, I'd like to hear you guys' input. I think the community gets around. I think they can make something solid, and so I'm looking forward to hopefully DICE does something solid. Obviously, it might not, probably it's not going to be on par to what the space battles are like on Battlefront 2, which seemed to be a pretty big hit. I only got to play a little bit of that on the beta, so I got a little bit of idea how that would be like. And initially, when I first saw that, I figured it would probably be the more better modes on that new game. So I'm obviously not going to make it quite on par to what that is, but I believe DICE can do something solid enough to make us pretty satisfied with what they're going on here. So again, that's my approach. We've already had infantry modes. We've already had heavily naval modes. That just came out recently with Turning Tides. It's not pure, ship battles. It's not, we're not playing battleships here, but or tanks versus tanks either. But we still have modes that do kind of lean more to that. So I mean, I'm not, I see, having the airplane modes coming. I see them kind of timely, in my opinion. So definitely interesting to see how this evolves again. Again, we're really early on in the testing environment, as the CTE is now not even open for the Apocalypse DLC. So I'm sure they're taking all the feedback now and they're looking into it. And we'll probably get another mode where there's more texturing and some more updates on the actual map itself. So we saw that again a little bit again when we were dealing with the other Turning Tides maps, and we were trying to hustle and bite, and we played a little bit of Zebra Grade, and we came back to it, played it again, and got a little bit of a feel more to what we want on that map, which we would get. We eventually did get our first Behemoth battle, so that was nice to see, and hopefully DICE is able to just get a good feel on what the community is looking at in regards to what was actually going to make this map work and this game will work all together, which is what I'm looking forward to as well. Something that's constructive, something that would actually make this somewhat, lasting. I understand we're still in our second year here. Battlefield has wind down a little bit, to say the least, but it's still a very popular game in my opinion, and I still think it can still do a solid run even after its last DLC is coming out. So I think my only big deal as of right now, what I'll be focusing on, is probably choosing what skin I want for my plane right now. That's basically all I'm kind of focused on. I guess I went the what was it, the Bumblebee route here. I guess that was the choice of skins. So I probably should go check my inventory and see what skins I have unlocked, because again, I haven't touched much on the pilot mode in itself. So I'm not all too great of a game here. I again still got a lot of a learning curve. So when it comes to my last game I had played yesterday, I was just in a turret on a Behemoth, and so that was a bit easier. But now I'm kind of left here out in the skies trying to figure things out. But I did have I think a better team this round, and so because of this, I think we pretty much take over the game and basically yeah, have complete control of the game the whole game. I didn't really have to do anything at all. So but I'm just gonna wrap up the video from here, guys, and let the rest of the gameplay play out for you, and you guys can check out just more of the map. And again, feel free to input how you guys are feeling about it. I'm open to hear anything, so never feel shy to discuss how you feel. It's always a relaxed environment I like to have on my channel, even if you have a different point of view. But again, I appreciate you guys being here. I am Livin', and I'll catch you guys again later. Peace.
devices! An enemy plane!